Hey chat, how are we doing? Ryan, hello, hello. Ricey, how you doing? Lone Wolf, hello, hello. Say hi to Chinchilla over on the green side, not been able to chat there. Yeah, saw the DM. Let me see if I can fix that. I had to turn it to follower mode the last time, because there was some dipshit who was just spamming, it was like some, oh, this streamer wants to play with you, and just like some spam accounts left and right, but I tried to blacklist the term like I would do on Twitch, but that didn't work out. Chinchilla, hello. I don't see my kick chat on multi-chat at the moment. I need to fix that. Wait, let me test. It was so early it didn't work. Okay, now I see it. Just didn't register yet. Dashboard? Okay, let me see. Oh, I can do like 6 minutes. Or custom 1 minute. Okay, that should be better. And now it works. Nice. Okay, hopefully not gonna catch up cold or something. It's really cold. It's like minus 16 again. Finland things. But yeah, I just started over on Kick like 2 days ago, so I don't have any of the commands or anything yet there. Or any auto mods, I think. I was gonna maybe start with the tier list today. But we can do like a BG or two before then. I also had some ideas in my mind. Hopefully I don't forget them. Yeah, no, if you have any suggestions for Kick, I'm all ears. Very new to that. What do we play? Some Stemcrawl? I also want to play more of the bass build before I update it. Just to make sure I didn't overlook anything. I'll probably play this one, then the bass build. Maybe tier list after that. I want to do it a bit earlier today. Hey Didum, how you doing? Yeah, hello. Am I? Alive. Figuring out what to do today. And I'm kinda losing my voice. Apparently. Magic word for instant rage. No, I don't. Why? It's just PvP. Ay ay ay. Rubbing salt in the wounds. It's cruel. That is just cruel. We don't get mid-size PP, but hey, we get 3-way BGs back. You couldn't, like... You couldn't come up with a worse... worse, what's the word? It's like we're living in a satire, you know? It's like some kind of shitty comedy at this point. That's how it feels like. No, there's no mid-size. Mid-size PP would have been cool. It would have been cool to hear about it at least. I was kinda hoping for it to be late this year. In Q4. I never thought it would be Q1, but maybe Q4. No, it's not even this year. I don't know why they even talk about it. If they just wanna drop like, oh, we're working on mid-size PP zone, and then they do their big reveal for this year, and they don't even mention it. They don't even mention like, oh, next year, or maybe next year there's gonna be mid-size. No, they don't mention it at all. They have it in this survey just to like add insult to injury. So dumb. Also, what's up, Kodoren? How you doing? Skip over a lot. Can't believe they tried to shorten and cram it all in under an hour. But why under an hour? Like, why not just do a longer stream then? I don't get it. Supposed to be their big announcement, their big marketing push for next year. Not this year. Deathmatch, I don't know what sigil there is, but we have death sigil, so it should be fine. Yep, Mario. Let's drop the call here. Maybe get some kills, get one. Maybe get Mario here. It's not gonna happen. We have a nice lead here at least. Also, I think I'm gonna make a forum post. Since that's what they listen to, right? Just forum noise. I'll make a forum post about what BGs actually need. What the actual problems are with BGs. And I'll spam the shit out of that post. Every fucking day. I'll make some spam posts to just pump it up, because that's the strat, right? That's how you get the source to do whatever you want. To spam. It's kinda a slow BG, both teams have healers. I think. Do block the ice comet there. I was expecting a long reveal stream. I was expecting just a little bit more hype things than monetization. Yeah, nice. We get 1 or 2 here, I think. Just 1, okay. It's fine. Next forum ban incoming. Hey, at least makes for good content, right? What's he doing? I can save teammate there. Good rebuff. Can do some LSS. Can save the... No, never mind. Click heal there, but nothing happens. I'm just building ult here. Do have a synergy kill. Golem? No, the streak! Oh, we can still get them, I think, maybe. I was rooted, so I couldn't streak properly there. It's the fucking wooden beam there. Unfortunate. Should have done Plunge Oblivion there. Use the synergy. Very overextended here. Okay, nice. Let's drop Gola here and Shriek. Nah, almost. The team gets one, that's good enough. Team gets two, team gets three. I think their healer died. Can work it then. Let's wait for the ball, now score. Nice. You want the speed. They come in one by one, means even more kills. Let's drop another combo bomb here. Nice. A little bit overextended here. Could get a kill there, but it's not worth it. Should help the team here. Shriek, hello. Let's go back. We have a nice lead now. Shriek. Dead anywhere. Overextended. Your teammates a bit here. Let's go with the squishy here, end of the beam. Go's gonna get some damage done, but no kills this time. It's major vulnerabilities though, so we still have a burst window. Nice. Fall back a bit, heal teammate. Can't set teammate there, sorry. Streak. Maybe get the kill with the score. Nice. Loop back here. Heal teammate a bit. Can't save that one. Need 4 more. Let's heal teammate. Overextended again. Do have a go now. Just go on him, I guess. Fuck it. Can maybe get kills here. Yep, 1, maybe 2. Shriek, hello, Shriek. And GG. Only top damage there if we count the blast bones. The 5 years you finished Catwalk silver and gold. Wait, you didn't have those? I've done those on like 4 characters, I think. preview we had a month ago took like 9 minutes plus. Even that left us with questions. Really expecting a long reveal stream. Was there more in the Shin Team preview then? And did they talk about like why they like about the status of the mid-sized PP zone? Is there any info about that? Or like what the progression system is gonna be about? Apparently it's vengeance based. Doing good if keep up the base yourself made game engine will be done before Elder Scrolls 6. Nice. It'll be done before ESO gets new PvP content. I have a whole team that is now dedicated to monitoring player feedback now. Forum posts should get noticed at the very least. That is the problem though, like that is the problem. Actually at least one feature that would make you reconsider installing the game. There was really nothing, you said. Yeah, and that's what I've heard from so many people, which is why I was disappointed that there was no mention of mid-sized PP zone or the PP progression system. Because I mentioned those to people who quit the game or haven't played in ages, and everyone was like, oh, well, this might actually get me to reinstall when I talk to people about that, and then they don't talk about any of that. It's just monetization and like missed opportunity. Just a missed opportunity. Get to see the rework TK. We that on in 4 days on BTS, right? Yeah, Verus, how you doing? After a month break from ESO, thought ESO 2026 reveal would improve PP somehow, but after yesterday we'll take a long break, waiting for ESO 2027 future reveal with hope. Yeah, in 2027 maybe we get the mid-size zone, but who knows? Who knows? Is this project looking good? Yeah, I was checking it out earlier. Seems to have... I think I'll take a closer look later, but seems to have all of the features. I don't know if I should talk about it yet, if it's still semi-secret, but I'll happily promote it once it's ready.
Rest up, everyone. I need to
wait, why am I here? What am I doing? Let's check the blast bones. Gerant, how you doing? Matching questing. Never finished EP or DC quest lines. Wait, what? How? More achievement points than Kokram? Wait, Kokra is more than you? Also, Bleason, how you doing? On down low? Yeah. It's, I don't wanna yap too much about it. And Tomato, how you doing? And real PGs. Oof. I'll most likely make a forum post about like what the real issues are with PGs. Because it's that's how they like. That's the problem. Their way of making content or deciding what content to make is just reading forums, is listening to some guild of like casuals, some guild council or whatever. It's like listen to people who talk about PvP but have never done PvP or never do PvP. I can guarantee you that 90% or 99% of the people who are like, yay, 3-way BGs, they never did 3-way BGs when they existed. They don't know the problems they had. They don't know the problems they will always have. So you cannot have like objective capture game mode with 3 teams. It's nonsense. It's like having a like imagine football, but you have 3 teams. How stupid would that be? Green? Yeah, I started kick streaming like a couple days ago. Over there as well now.
Rest up, everyone.
So far it's been fine. My connection can more or less handle it. And the encoding of 4090. They won't make it permanent stasis weekend event. The problem is, I think they will, because they will, like, it will be a weekend event, and people are, like, sick of all the problems that the team BGs have, so they will they will play the 3-way BGs and they'll be like, yay, yay, this is great. No, it's just that change of pace. And there'll probably be like, there'll probably be a good amount of people during the first weekend. And they'll probably get the wrong message. And then they'll permanently reintroduce them and no one's gonna play them and it's just a wasted dev time. That's gonna increase the queue times a little bit for the team vs team BDs for absolutely no reason. Oh wait, I need to edit to the socials I think. But it's at DC MVS. Wait, let me drop you a link. So I post about it on my Discord, but I should have it in the social links too. I just don't know how Twitch likes links to that platform, you know. They might not like it too much, but thank you for the follow. Thank you. Secret page already. And Baklava, how you doing? 10 times better, what are you talking about? 3-way BGs, for those who didn't play them. 3-way BGs were 2 teams fighting and 1 team running to empty objectives and the bulk runs ending in 2 minutes. Or they were about the team just arriving to third party when you have a fair fight against someone. That's what 3-way BGs were. You don't need to talk to me about them, I played them for 7 or 9 years. Wait, how many years? 2017 and then 2-way BGs in 2025. 8 years. 8 years. I probably have more BGs played than anyone in this game. They were terrible. There's a reason why every competitive game, every good PvP game, does team vs team. League, Dota, WoW, Valorant, CS, like they're all team vs team. Because you cannot have 3 teams and pretend that it's gonna be competitive. It's not. The third team is always gonna unbalance the fights. Even if the teams are perfectly balanced. One team is gonna get focused more than the others and it's gonna be unfair for that one team. And for people who think like the match balance was better because like oh no stomps or unbalanced BDs, no, those definitely happened. I have plenty of screenshots of those BDs from back in the days. My kill record is still from 3-way BGs. I got 83 and 0. If you got good players in one team, it was just as much of a stomp as any other BG. Unless it was a flag game, in which case like one of the teams could just run to empty flags while you were farming and it would be over in 2 minutes and the winning team would look like 0-10, 0-13, 0-17, 0-20, but they would feel like winners because they ran to empty objectives that were uncontested. Every match is deathmatch. You still get a loss at the end though. And it doesn't matter if you... Like, you can do that right now. You can treat every match as deathmatch, which is what I was doing during the KDR challenge. That I was doing. I was treating everything like a deathmatch, basically. It's the same. Except in 3 ways you get third party way more. Like, you have... you might maybe fighting one team and then the third team arrives and they decide to focus you. For example, like, it doesn't change anything. It's just more third partying. You treat everything as deathmatch. But the whole like format is just fucked up compared to the current one. There are problems in current BDs, lots of problems. I preferred a lot of the maps in the old 3-way BDs and I think the... like first of all spawns, you shouldn't be allowed to stay in the spawn for 2 minutes, you should get kicked down after 10 or 15 seconds. The Chaos Ball should have a prompt, you shouldn't be just running to it, like accidentally run to it and it just latches onto you, for example. I think 4v4 should have shuffle like in WoW. Solo shuffle is a very good game mode in that game. There should be a proper MMR, visible MMR that goes up or down based on if you win or lose, and it's based on like the total MMR of the BG, of every player in the BG. That way you have a lot better matchmaking than currently. Let's see what else. What else? I would just remove Domination and Crazy King from 4v4s. If they do the shuffle thing, have that as the competitive mode. Gears Ball, I would also probably only have one of them in 8v. But yeah, there's a lot of things they could fix. Wasn't that one side like now? Yeah, it was. That's what I've been saying for like forever. It was just that one-sided. No, Kamal, how you doing? Hello. So I have a lot of these, Wayne. Like, this kind of shit happened all the time, where like, me or some other good player would be in one team and it would be PvEers. Or maybe you have two good players in one team, or one good player and a healer in one team, and then everyone else just gets fucking ruffle stomped. It doesn't make a difference. Let me find the 83 one. Oh, 82 one, my bad. This is balanced, right? It's just that the reason people see it like, oh, back then everything was good, is because right now everything is shit still. But it's not as shit as back then, but it's a coping mechanism. Like, oh, if you just go back to like what it was, it would be better. No, these PGs were completely dead when they introduced the Inverse team. You had one lobby that you had to wait for like 5 to 10 minutes to watch the end. You had one lobby available. It would always be the same players. Now it's different players. But it always was one-sided. Always was. Chai, good morning. How you doing? Chai is leading the clip competition at the moment. For those who don't know, there's a clipping competition. If there's anything funny on stream or interesting or stuff, you can clip it, and the clip that gets the most views each week, the winner can DM me and they get 1 mil gold. We do this each week. You're leading, yes, I think, last I checked. This was last night. Anyway, let me look on the next character. Shit, so great. Something comical about it sometimes. Wait, which the 3 pages or the stream yesterday? Wait, what the fuck? Crazy. Okay, Crazy King is good. This is good. I don't mind Crazy King actually, but it's only gonna be 1 game mode. And weekend, by the way, is 5 days according to SOS. This should be 3 days. I don't know why it's 5 days. How can you call this a weekend? What kind of weekend begins on Thursday and ends on Tuesday? Like, what are we memeing? Does it need T9 help build the pirate game with us? Wait, pirate game? New 4v4 maps are so tiny? For deathmatch it's fine, I think, to have a tiny, like, arena type map. But for 8v8 I would like a lot of the older maps just reformatted to Team's team. Like the lava map and the Orsino map were cool. In particular. Did we do a showdown? Oh, no we didn't. So 2 people have a skewed idea of how 3v BGs were. Yeah, it's just like rose-tinted classes is the term, right? Nostalgia. Michael, how you doing? New to the game, about to hit level 30, found out you can grind dolmens. You can, but you shouldn't. You know why? Because you're gonna have to backtrack if you do that. What I would do is just do the questing. There's an add-on called Uric Skill Point Finder. This is why you should do questing, because you get skill points doing that. And also from public dungeons. Public dungeons are probably the most efficient. If you're looking for efficiency, you're gonna need these skill points. And you get a lot of XP while you do this. So I would just focus on doing things that give you skill points. Rather than grinding dolmens. I think dolmens are... it's a trap, basically. Like something like Svator Voidstar mode, where one team was attacking an objective, other team was defending. Attacker captured, you proceed to the next stage, other objective to capture. Oh, so kind of like the Yeah, like push the payload kinda format. Yeah, it would be cool to have more game modes. It wouldn't really like at the moment it wouldn't increase the queue times or anything because the game mode is random, right? Outside of these special weekends, but that'd be cool. Just more variety, right? The more different things you have that you can do in game, the better. Is what I always say. So I would like that. Belfast, how you doing? Hardball was insane, especially if you were playing it in ranked. Best competitive MMO game in ever. Okay. I never played SWTOR, but I heard good thing about the story in that game in particular. Crashing is not the worst mode at least. Yeah, Crashing is good. I think it's my favorite. Get some good fights in Crazy King. Good pirate MMO. Stand to you convince Rise to make it. Oh, I see. Pirate MMO, huh? Oh, it was the beginning scuffed though. It was everything scuffed. Yeah, it's very like you're much more affected by team in 4v4, especially in deathmatch, because once your teammates die, it's not like they're gonna respawn and jump down like they would sometimes in 8v8. And no, they'll be spectating, and you're gonna be 1v4. If you have a like enemy team with a healer, for example, or some decent players after you, then good luck with that. That's not gonna be fun. So yeah, I think 4v4s have even more issues than 8v8. A shuffle would fix that entirely. WoW arenas like are a very good example of that. Just shuffle the teams between rounds, add more rounds, and you have a very fun format where your individual skill is gonna matter after you queue in solo queue. Group queues should stay as it is, I think. Those weekends, that's why they do so much work. Must be. Deathmatch still best? Nah. Deathmatch, if you have a terrible balancing or team balance and you're in the weaker team, or if you're in the winning team, it's just boring as well, but it's not the greatest. Whereas in the flag games, like people spread out still, right? So you get some manageable fights. Inner Light, how you doing? All PGs were better because better maps. I agree with that. Better maps would be nice for the teamers team. More chaos. Is that chaos a good thing though? Chaos can be very annoying. If you're having a good fight, some chaos happens. A good fight is ruined. That's a tilt moment. That's not like, oh, this was a good thing, you know. But yeah, spawn camping, they could fix that in Timo's team. You know why there's spawn camping in Timo's team? Part of it is map design, but another part is because people are allowed to stay in spawn. In most games, you cannot stay in spawn infinitely. You can't just AFK there for 2 minutes and everyone else is just downstairs and your team is down one person because you decided that, oh, my ego hurt, I died, I'm gonna just sit in the spawn and then I don't die again. Like, why are people doing that even? I don't get it. It's just even more embarrassing when people used to go AFK and grief their team, I think. But people should be kicked down from spawn. Also, the map design could allow for a little bit easier way to escape the spawn. But you can already do that with proper play. People just don't play properly. I'm gonna actually... I'll queue for a BG. If you get a map, like, I'll show it. I'll show what you're supposed to do if you have people camping your spawn. So there is... in each map, there is a spot where you can run to. Where you can line of sight. Where you can actually draw people away from the spawn. So that the other people in the spawn can jump down. As well. Kokra, thank you for the raid. Thank you. How was stream? Kamal got timed out. Wow. Wow. Did did them very bloodthirsty today. Unbelievable. Silent control, how you doing? Like, might be happy, yeah, I mean, guys are retard, but he might be happy. RP game, long patriarch beard. I think I have that. Make noodles. Noodles are good. A shout out. Got ESO moment, 4 games, 3 wins. Nice. Nice. Just started my stream earlier. Did 1 BG so far, lots of yapping. Idum abusing power, yes. He is. The ultimate power, what could go wrong? Game could be so good, but every time they do something good, they add 3 bad things. Yeah, or whenever they add something good, they move on, they abandon it. Like, so many examples of that. Archives, for example. Archives was a good addition for PvE in this game, I think. It was like good type of oops, I could into 4v4, I think. Or it's the 8v8 map in 4v4. Because I thought they fixed this. Yeah, it's the small map with 8 people. Why? I was just about to say, every time they add something in the game, they leave it unfinished and flawed. Just hate you. Oh, we have Didum. Ilmakel. Bombing weekend. But yeah, this map, for example, shouldn't be in the rotation, I think. In 8v8. Everyone from on the map from spawn, yeah. Yeah, you can. I think you even on the other side, right? If you do like the siege shield, maybe. I haven't tried that, but this is not an 8v8 map, and this is a terrible 4v4 map, by the way. It's my least favorite one. Because this, if you go here, that's line of sight. That middle makes 0 sense, but it's line of sight. Maybe just start bashing, I guess. What the fuck? Okay, let's go this one. CC Moon. Dutch. But yeah, I wanna make the forum post about what they can do to fix the team versus team BGs, because it's so easy. Like, so many other games have really good team versus team formats. I would say most of them have that, actually. Not so many games, most of them. It's just a failure in ESO though, because they leave it unfinished. Pass. Die. Soran bottle. We switch targets to this one. City bus. Next turn, he should be dead sure. Yep. 20k health. Student. Also from personal performance point of view, the team BDs have been a lot more playable in general. Like, you have really bad ones, really unbalanced ones, but there hasn't been any that are just completely unplayable. Or just wanna like Alt F4 basically. Or almost any, but I remember during the 3-way BGs, you'd have a lot of BGs where just you went negative in the BGs even if you're like super experienced player. So you had two teams focus on your team. You just want to leave the BG, I remember that very clearly. I've had 0 of those during the team, even if I get in the bigger team. The only time I've gone negative after team vs team BGs has been on healer. And I've done... how long have I had the add-on? I didn't have it at the beginning of the team vs team BGs, but probably like over 2000 BGs. I can't CC break. Thanks game. Thanks game, nice streak. Amazing, Spolovin. We can actually cook a light here too. Okay, I will finish this PG or get the box, so probably another PG, but I don't wanna play a best build. These input delays just piss me off every time. It only happens on best build. Like, if you're bashing, the moment you get CC'd, you will have an unbreakable CC. Just the keybind to interrupt and break free is the same. The game just bugs out. I feel like that's the reasoning behind it. Like here, for example, I think we have a slightly weaker team, but it's still playable. Part of it is also getting better at the game, not just the format, but I think the format plays a big role in that. Not gonna do the shield throw because he has the sword and brew. 15 kills from spawn with Saruman, so dumb. Yeah. You know what they should add to Vengeance? I'm saying Vengeance because let's be honest, it's never gonna happen in Greyhorse because performance. They should add some kind of mega seeds that you can buy if you do like some objective. There should be some like world boss or something that you kill, and you could have a limited time siege that you can use from like super far away. It would be kind of like casting LX boss. That'd be cool. Bash City Bash. Bash City Bash. Get off my flag. Oh wait, it's a new one. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Such. I'm gonna use Potter. Can we draw some of them off? We can. Maybe get a kill here. Wow, this guy's squishy. There's not even sigils on this map. How sad. Metal finger Titan. Good Goliath here. Hit the back line. Nice pass. Oh, this guy's the squishy. No, stop rooting me. Okay, another unbreakable. Just wait it out. Do a little shimmering. Gigapolaven. Okay, no, that's a bit too much. Let's kill the Abu. Beam spotted. Gonna get an unbreakable here, so I have to streak out early. I just don't trust. Let's let them 1v1. Took the beamer at least. Nice aiming. Decent, decent, decent. Hey, let me out. Why am I fucking stunned all the time? Okay, they all respawn. Physical people, when they're in base, if you run at range builds unbalanced, it's a just poorly designed map. Very poorly designed map. Alexander Hayden. Say about new content, do you like what Sus says to I'm not particularly hyped. I like some of the stuff. I don't want to be just a negative Nancy who's negative about everything. Now, there were some good things, but I'm disappointed they didn't talk about the mid-size PP zone. And I was kind of hoping for more from the PP progression, but I was hoping to hear about one of them at least. The PP progression, and it been like more interesting, or hearing about the mid-size PP zone. But we didn't hear about either one of them really. But good news is that we get more class reworks than we thought. Like, it was supposed to be only DK this year. Instead it's DK and was it Warden and Templar? A lot more than we expected. So that's good. Even if it's kind of like just fixing what happened last year, when you think about it. It's like undoing subclassing. But yeah. Can I see the dance? We farm Damas numbers. Giga Polavens are not giga enough though. Okay, all good. GG. Team was so much stronger, but they lost. They lost still. This was legendary. Oh yeah, there's the. I think there's a clip that kind of summarizes it. I think. Okay, we're all done with the coffee. And 3 AFK? Wait, someone went AFK there? What the fuck? Team didn't fight back, just went to flags. Yeah. I mean, that's because of this map, really. I think the weaker team can just keep respawning and the flags are so close on that map. So the fight had that in full damage build function with this personal healer. Wait, who was... I didn't pay too much attention. I saw that we had Element Kill and Didum. Oh, I think I know who was running after you. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's a bit special like that. was doing that to me during the KDR challenge as well. Play the game anyway, don't like what Sos is doing. So the way I would summarize this stream is just too little too late. Like I don't think what they're announcing is gonna bring people back to the game. And also I don't think they should have started with monetization, it really gave the wrong impression. Just not just like my personal opinion, but what I saw in chat when we were watching the stream is that a lot of people who I had told like, oh, there's gonna be a big announcement and maybe ESO is like again worth playing in 2026. A lot of these people, like the first thing they hear is like just battle pass and monetization. They're like, oh, no, fuck this. Not come back to ESO. Imagine if they had announced like mid-size PP zone and like proper PP progression system. Like how many people would come back to the game? How financially successful that would be for Zos? But that doesn't happen. Still, at least maybe, hopefully, it can be better than last year if they fix the balance a little bit. And there's things like solo dungeons that sound interesting. The solo overland difficulty, not really, because of there was some paragraph about it. There's just gonna be more XP and more gold. Like, who cares about that? Like, as if I will run around open world, spend more time killing mobs just to get more gold from them. Like, that was never. Yeah, I don't see the point. Liv, you bite him? Wait, what? You have a weird question. Have you come across AFX in game over the past couple of months? Quite some time ago, cannot check yourself. No, but I've seen the name, but not in the last few months. Didn't name it Battle Pass, so people actually understood the change better. Yeah, and I kind of wish they would have started with the... I wrote this in the feedback as well, but kind of wish they would have started with the features and not the monetization. Pride, how you doing? Hello. They could have started with like the... Even if I'm not personally interested in it, they could have started with the night market and the changes to DK and whatnot. There could have been like some kind of video they play at the start with the like summary of the changes, and a lot of other companies do that. It's a lot more well received way of doing things. Only cosmetic. Yeah. Cosmetics also, like in ESO, I've talked about this a lot, but what's the point of all of this? How many do I use on any of my characters? You can have one outfit, you can have one, like one of these active. There's so many of them. Even worse with the head markings and body markings, and what do I get for collecting these? Nothing. I get nothing for collecting this. Yeah, but in other MMOs, you get something for collecting stuff, even if you don't use it. Like in Where Winds Meet, you get the Elegance score. Elegance score is like, each of these gives you... There's like an appearance tab, and if you collect things, you feel like collections. And then it gives you points, permanent points. And those points unlock rewards. In this game it could be like... gold or potions, doesn't really have to be anything too special, but you get some reward and you unlock the collection, and that feels good. It feels like there's some purpose to gathering them. But no, I don't feel like there's a purpose behind all of this. Especially the body markings that you can't see on most outfits, because it's underneath, right? Okay, I'm right in opponent team. No, Didum, this is the wrong sigil. You were supposed to lead us to the damage. Guess pass. This guy's squishy looking. Squishy. Squishy. Not squishy. Okay, skull flag. Kill burp. Non-combat pets, hate them so much. Yeah, pets too, like you can have one pet and there's already, like, if you've played the game for 11 years, you can have a billion pets and you don't use 90% of them. They serve no purpose whatsoever. And collecting them doesn't feel fun, like in other MMOs. The titles also, there should be rotating titles, like so you could have multiple of them active. But difficult to get titles should have their own unique borders and stuff like that. They should be different from just easy titles. And you should be able to have like 3 of them. There should be badges that you can showcase. Badges that show like how many trifectas you've done. There would be like a number and people can... like there would be some way of viewing that for other people. There's so many things that I think where Winsmith did super well. That just makes me think, why is this not a thing in ESO? And in a lot of other MMOs too. Oof. I think he CC broke, but he thought he was still CC. Not sure what happened there. FOMO for the premium things? No, I still buy them all, but I feel like an idiot when I do that. I still buy all of the weapon styles in case like someday I make an outfit with it, but I wish there was more reason to do so. It would be financially very good for us if there was. Because I can't be the only one thinking that. I need to go collide here. Bash it, bash. Bash. Bash it, bash. Bash. Scarclad, how you doing? Mention server performance at all? That's your biggest issue. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. They talked about Vengeance. I think that's the solution to performance. Vengeance is the one that's getting the new PvP progression system. It's for Vengeance only, apparently. So they are heavily leaning into that. From what it seems. Rotate titles with add-ons? You can, yeah, with add-ons, but it should be base game. You should need an add-on for that. Okay, after this PG I can show how it looks like in Winsmith. It's such a better system. I'll just yoink the ulti there. We are winning the PG, that's good. The biggest issues you notice coming from WoW with ESO is 95% of the cool shit you can obtain comes from the store. When WoW 95% is from in-game achievements, 5% is from the store. Yeah, that is another thing. But you can also have like store-based like collectible stuff and have it feel like it's still feels good to collect, you know. Which I think is really lacking in ESO. I can boss rock there. Lose some Goliath up time there. Is there a root here? This guy's healing, we should deal with that first. Ow. Oh. Was a bit more damage. Can I get out of here? I'm dead. It's the root spammed. I think they all respawn. Some decent damage. We'll follow the chapter model with their new additions never played before. And no, WoW is very different. They have a paid sub. This is a buy to play too, right?
They've taken the point. We captured the point.
I could have uncloaked with the content there, perhaps. Can still get the kill. They have some regain healing as well. They have 2 healers. It's a bit of a problem. Can we heal him a little bit? The heal is not super strong outside of the Goliath. We have Depth Sidol. Maybe we can isolate some of them. Let's go with the skull here. And break a bull again. Can we get close? We can. I wanna kill the sealer. Okay, mission complete. Now I wanna kill this healer. King Rootsman. Mission not completed. The other healer's back, I think. Yeah. Okay. Get that one. Dude. Sees him after the dodge, so when he's likely lost then. Nah. Heals, heals, heals. Kill healer. Okay, BT over. Giga. Is 1-0. Rumble, what is that? What's he doing? He was probably winning us the BG. I feel like SMX shot themselves on their foot, on foot by basically removing the FOMO aspect of the game. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. Transmog Shrines is like the biggest activity in WoW. Yeah, but in WoW you get something for collecting them, right? And the mounts, like there's it's like if you open the mount window, there's like gray icons, right? And it shows you where you can get it. And people do mount offs, and it's like a big competition in that game. To have the most collections. You can't really do that in ESO. You can't do that with cash shop things. You can do that with in-game collectibles, but they could do the like where you have collections and you unlock some reward for collecting stuff. Like in Verwinsmith. Actually, how long would it take? It's probably fast. I'm just gonna quickly show how it looks like in that game. We're gonna stay in the ESO category, I just wanna show it. Superstar, I'll send it after the room. Sorry, I saw that too late. So I'm not gonna do anything else. I just wanna show the how it should be in ESO. And by the way, I don't get the like stigma around copying things. Because I know there's like, oh, but it's bad if you just copy pasta another game. No, I think if another game does something really well, then your game should do the same or do it better. A lot of MMO devs, I think, have this weird stigma of like, I don't want to look like a WoW clone, so I'm gonna do this thing differently and it's gonna be terrible. Like, why not copy the good things and leave out the bad things and do something in place of the bad things? Or do the good things even better? Like, I don't get the mentality where like MMOs are very afraid of copying other ones. But yeah, let me show the system here real quick, and I'll get back to ESO in a moment. Someone's gonna click on the stream now and they'll be like, why is this guy in ESO category? Just playing where Winsmith, but hopefully it's gonna be quick, just 5 minutes. So let me scroll down the chat a bit. I'll show you how it looks like here. More about getting soon. If it's like carbon copy, like all the graphics and so on, like then yeah, I get it. But that's not what I mean. I just mean the systems and the design. So like here, for example, you go to appearance. You have all of these things you can collect, right? They have each of them has an individual elegance score, and the elegance score, it gets you stuff. So here, for example, you have like scenarios when people view your profile. I don't have any of the mounts, but you can have different poses on your profile. They also have elegance score. Just you have a collection for the items. I think it's the elegance score. Yeah. So everything you collect goes towards this point system. So it feels good to actually get stuff in the game, even if you're not going to use it. Because it's still, it increases number, and number going up equals dopamine. It's MMO basics, basically. This game does that really well, I think. Like the collectibles themselves, I think ESO has a lot better like outfit styles and more customization and stuff still. But why can't they do this kind of stuff? Where collecting all the body markings, for example, you'd have a different collection of body markings and costumes, and then you unlock like this, and you get some points, and the points get you rewards here. Like even if it's some like kind of useless rewards, it still feels good to raise numbers and fill collections and stuff like that. Another thing that ESO should do with the titles, like I mentioned earlier, like why is there only one of them? When in games like this, you can have 3 titles. You can have these badges. It's like how many bosses you've killed in max difficulty, for example. They just added a difficulty mode for Overland. Why not have badges in ESO? I think that would be a huge thing. And the titles, you can have 3 of them rotating, and some of them have special borders because they are more difficult to get, right? So the whole system here is a billion times better than in ESO. And I don't think it would be that difficult to do stuff like this for ESO. Where you have like shiny cool titles, and then you have the easy titles, and people who have the shiny cool titles feel good about having them, and people who don't feel like they want to work towards them. Like that's a lot better design, but let's go back to ESO. That's kind of what I wanted to show. I hope that makes it a bit clearer what I mean. And I don't want them to copy like everything. Just the idea of having the point system and having like multiple titles and borders on the titles, like good design ideas. And I think that would do very well for ESO. But I think a lot of studios just don't want to look at other studios and see what they do, right? I wonder if it's like pride or ego or like why they don't, but... First Vengeance was good? Yeah, because there was a lot of people in Vengeance. I think Vengeance is gonna have a lot of people because of the PvP progression system being tied behind it. Like, I'll definitely be getting all of the rewards from Vengeance. Like I do with everything in the game. If there's rewards, if there's a reason to do stuff, I will do it just because I'm a completionist. But yeah, imagine like if like I showed earlier, imagine if all of this had some different points, like it would give you points and you'd have a like progression with the styles basically, and the body markings and all of that. You'd have collections and just a lot of potential with that. Let's do one more on this character. Also, did you want the superstar? Was it this one? I think so. There's like two different things to click on. Yeah, this works. Verse 260, 80 FPS on Ultra, almost no desync. Last message was it like Grey Host at the moment. Yeah, it was lagging for me too at times. Full expansion's current one is a part of a 3-part long story to finally end and tie up Chris Metzen's story. Yes, I haven't heard the best things about retail though. And I've heard the story has gone downhill a bit, to put it lightly. But Classic WoW is like still my favorite MMO of all time. WoW from 2004 to 2005. It's an amazing game. It's more grindy compared to ESO, I assume. Yeah, but having grinds is not bad. Two separate teams working on different expansions. Yeah, they have a lot more resources, right? Why are the Apex better than Radiant Mountain secrets? Seems silly. Do I have any of this? No. Yeah, these are kinda meh. You're right. But these are also kinda meh. Personally, I won't get anything from here, except these ones, which I do have. The Infinity Gauntlets. I had to get them. But I got them years ago when the crates came out. Teams are huge and they have basically 180 or 180 direction of the game since the shit show of Shadowlands. Have they? I haven't paid attention to WoW. I'll be honest about that. I see people memeing the cinematics recently and whatnot. WoW's been stealing ideas since forever. They steal and improve them. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong if you take good things and you make them better. That's a service to customers. Trying to hang on to some pride or ego, like I don't want to do what this other company does because I can come up with my own better thing because I'm so smart and special. Like this kind of shit just leads to bad products. That kind of thinking. That's about it. was more depth than ESO Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14 combined. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Better how about break things that works. Looking at you, Cinemax. Focus on what Blizzard do best. Take their inspiration from other IPs and make it their own way. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like a lot of games could take the they could take the modular approach of ESO's outfitting system, for example. I think that's great. I wish there was a reward for collecting all of this, besides the like achievement for filling the book. Which I don't think gets you anything really when you get the achievement. Like these things, it's the only thing you get for collecting stuff. And I guess you get rid of a grey icon here, but you're not gonna be able to use all of this. Like there's gonna be collecting dust basically. Like it's very unlikely I'll ever make a outfit with this. Very, very unlikely. So why not have it give me some points or something at least? Just as an example. Very few original concepts anymore, all copying something. Yes, and I think people or companies, they don't want to copy the successful one because, oh, I'm just gonna be a WoW clone if I do it. No. Like that whole thinking is antiquated and just wrong. Warcraft itself is from Chris Metzen's two biggest inspirations, Warhammer and H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, I think I heard about that. Wolfenstein 3 is reportedly in the works. I never played Wolfenstein, but I've heard good things about it. It's in Europe, not USA. How was the update announcement thing yesterday? What's up, RK? I don't want to be a negative Nancy. There were some good things, but I will say I'm disappointed. I didn't hear about we didn't hear about the mid-size PP zone or like really about the progression system, other than that it's gonna be about vengeance. So for like just my gameplay, 2026 is looking an awful lot like 2025. There might be some good balance changes. They're gonna rework DK, they're gonna rework Templar and Warden this year, Werewolf. Some other balance changes too, I suppose. Maybe I can be excited for those, but... Yeah, no, I was hoping for more. I was just hoping for more. And so were a lot of other people who no longer play the game. I talked to a lot of people before the announcement. KPP, what is KPP? Epics are better than the Radiant. But the Manafort's Omega raid and content the first he was back for was really, really good. Damage is probably the best boss they've ever done. Okay. Disappointed Desi. Hey, it actually rhymes. It should be a Twitch emote. Disappointed Desi. I need to make more Twitch emotes too. A lot more. And I guess kick emotes as well now. Dude, I fucking clicked it. Is there a... This damage is gonna get yoinked. He's gonna get yoinked by Gerent. Little special and do a bass here. Big bass. Bass it bass. Just bass our bombs away. Built the next ulti. Scats this one, never mind. Elo is checking the shield us on. Why is everyone here? Snowflake here. Oh well. Nice approach might be implementing checkpoints in achievement points. Checkpoint to get a better badge displayed in your name or something. Yeah, just some kind of like... Just more ways to like flex your achievements would be nice. To feel good about having played the game a lot and achieved things in the game. I think that's sorely lacking in ESO. It's lacking in... especially in PvP, I'll have to add. It's like no MMR, nothing that you can feel good about. Kinda same problem with the rest of the game as well, but especially in PvP. Pass. Can block here, I think. Nah, it's a bit too much, I think. Let's kill this guy at least. Get one. No! Maybe? Yes. Oh, synergy. Nice. Do some relevance for the team. Bash. Stem system is actually very fine. Can do some blocking too here. Do a Goliath here. Go for the bot here. Bash should die here. Yep. Or sustain. It's gonna streak the Narnia. Why he run? Because a little bitch. That's why. Didn't need to roll down. Bash. Have the Goliath. We can maybe try to choke point here. Use the Goliath to counter burst him. Still block here a bit. Now we go Goliath, heal up the Goliath. Get the stun there. A root here would be nice. Getting healed by this guy. Stun. A root. Kill the healer first. Slow health. Need to do shimmering here. Earlier when I mentioned that team versus team you can still Even if you get in the bigger team, you can still play the BG. Don't go negative KD or not like unplayable and Ivan just alt F4 and leave. Like a lot of time in 3v BGs you'd have that. Like I think it's a good example of that. So you can see what kind of giga team we have. Still like playable, right? Still teammate here. We have Pislobo at least, but the rest of the team is they're kind of struggling. Kind of struggling a bit. Everyone, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, BG is gonna be over soon. Not sure if I should go for the ult here. Just a waste. Save the ulti for the next BG, I guess. Yeah, we slowed it well. But the rest of the team... bit less experienced, I guess. Yeah, the 3 people doing alright, or 4. Thanks for your follow. Oh, wait, I need to scroll up. To make a kick count or... That's no, that's not him. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kokra on kick as well. Thank you. Yeah, no, I didn't scroll up yet. The green side, 95%. Yeah, they have like a different share on the sub or whatever it's called there. Two more builds ready to rock? Wait, what? Why do you need 2 more? Why is 1 not enough? Orome, how you doing? Hope you're happy with yesterday's news. No, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I'm happy with them, but there were some good things. There were some good things as well. Was hoping for a mid-size PvP zone news, some PvP progression system news. Didn't get too much of either. And hello everyone, how you doing? Was good when the streamer thanks you after you follow. Yeah, I've always done that. Always will, as long as I can. Like maybe one day, like it's just gonna be too much that I can't physically do that. But as long as I can physically do it, I will. So I do mean it. I don't take anything for granted. Welcome to the stream. Kick was giving you giving like 95% of money to streamer, I think. Don't know if they still... I think they still do. I don't have monetization on Kick yet. Maybe at some point, but... Meister, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. Necrotic and I play Templar. Do you want to make build for each one? I mean, there are good builds for each one. It's definitely doable.
Have you lost someone too, Wanderer?
Hate that Metal Finger guy. What did Metal Finger do? Wow. You used to stream there? Wait, you did? Hold on. To follow Kokra on Kick. Why don't you stream there anymore? Like, what's the connection or? Because I don't see a downside to it. That's why I do it as well. As long as the connection can handle, if you don't get issues with the other streams, and there we go. Kokra followed. Here's one ESO on kick. Can do dual stream as well. Yeah, if you have to choose, then I think Twitch is a lot more active for sure. But if you don't have to choose, if you can do both, then
Here comes another one.
no harm, right?
Have you lost someone too, Wanderer?
Still not on fiber. Fiber helps. Separate stream, they didn't really get into anything. There's layer out bullet points. Yeah, I'm more hyped for the patch notes at this point. It's on the 12th. We'll see the decay changes and 2.8 changes. Hopefully that's gonna shake things up a little bit. Although I don't think there's a start with decay. I think decay is not in that bad of a place right now compared to some other classes, I think. Give up because they don't network. Growth is slow. Yeah, no, I don't do that enough in ESO either, I think. I used to do a lot more of that. I would go to like new streams and type there, but these days I'm just don't know, I just usually tune into like one of the homies stream, but I should do more networking to recognize that. Find out more cool people. Apply. So if you're a Twitch partner, they will automatically give you a Kick partner. Oh, so I don't have to get to like 10 subs on Kick, or I checked the requirements, but you automatically get it if you have Twitch partner, then that's great. About to start CS2 session? Oh. But I'm up for a Balsonar anytime you guys want to run it. I think there's gonna be a Ocean Gates this weekend, potentially. Kamul's setting one up. Maybe we get like Hyper to carry us. Looked and so on. Someone took Metal Finger to using. Oh, that's you on Kick. Okay, now it makes sense. Could be in a couple of hours. What the fuck? Someone took Decimus as well. That's why it's DC MVS on Kick. Dupot now used to be a few multi-stream Kick, wouldn't pay hourly. Now they pay 50% if you multi-stream. Oh, wait, really? So you weren't able to multi-stream on Kick before? I didn't know that. Had no idea. Not a fan of the idea of slowly introducing skill line balance, visual overhaul. Probably gonna feel out of place until it's all in place. Preview of the decay effects looks a bit overkill. Too large effects compared to how they hit. How hard they'll probably hit. Rest of the stuff looks pretty nice though. Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about the visuals too much. I'm just concerned about the balance. So I don't think DK is that poorly balanced at the moment. I kinda would have preferred if they start with Nightblade. Speaking of Nightblade, should we do the tier list? Is this enough PGs for today? It's only 6 PM though. And Borienka, how you doing? Hello. And Satster, how you doing? Do you know if any add-ons track Kjalnar broke? Tried Exois and doesn't seem to work. For Kjalnar, I have hyper tools, I think. If I recall correctly. It's on my Discord. Yeah, I have this tracker for Kjalnar. Orienka, thank you for the kick follow. Thank you. Yeah, this add-on is just cyber tools, and what you need to do is get the script from the in Discord in the add-ons category and create new import tracker. You copy pasta here. That creates the Kelna tracker. I think this is for the incoming stacks though. I have one for the stacks on myself and one on the for the stacks on the target. Both useful though. No, doesn't this year 12 more dungeons to do trifecta? Wait, 12 more? Is that many? And with the Rises since Kickstarter, that's nice. Thank you for hanging out. Brain damage on that part? Don't know, I figured it out. Nightblade heal, should we play healer actually? Let's do healer BD. Some variety. What is Core X, by the way? What that be? This metal finger fella, is that your YouTube account? Hello, call 353. Oh, the coefficients for the website project. I see. Yeah, no, but those are important. Wait, it's new, right? Yeah, this is some new one. Not sure if I want to get that yet.
Praise Vivek. You were there to stop
Do we
Alexander
have to build? We do have to build. Haven't played this in a while. We can go for 4v4 on a healer. Just,
You there. The Ivory Brigade
kind of the
has
same
needed-
experience. That's the truth. We'll find a... Will you find a live stream on the Orange website if you go in there right now? What is the Orange website? A 4v fun. This can be a lot of fun for the opponent team. Act like you don't know. I really don't. What's the Orange website? So I'm gonna Google that. Oh, like Cornhub. No, you won't find an account there. So that Orange website. I don't think people would be into that type of content. At least I hope. Wait, what do we need? We need stamp bots, right? No, we have power surge now. Power surge and do we have crit? No, so we need to use crit bots. Stream ESO on PvP. I really should not. I really should not. Can know prologue, but I don't know anyone else here. Who am I healing? Let's go yoink the Damacidal as a healer. Yoink. Wait a little bit before we pick this one. Not yours. Unlucky.
Skandar is with us. We've captured the point.
Someone's dying, but I don't know where. I don't see him, so it's not my problem. I got a killing blow. Deserved. Good ult. Someone's low health here. Let's save him. Has BFB. How dare they devalue my healing. Wait, is they getting a flag here? Can put a stop to that. Also as big as in Ice Walls. Oh, except I don't have Ice Wall for some reason. Okay, well, 1 bar challenge, I guess.
By Skandar, the capture point is moved. Skandar cursed them. They captured the point.
Yeah, block here. Let's do the Major Vitality, some AoE. This guy can't be healed.
Secured the point.
Nice beam. Giga. Need to rebuff everything. A bomb? No! Ah. Okay, the one way we can die. I was even blocking there. I drop block for 1 millisecond. And we get pulled into Vicious then. For 1 millisecond. Great. I was supposed to have... why do I have... Huh? What the fuck? Oh, I was testing something with the Inferno Heavies. That's why I had the Inferno stuff there.
Come on, the point's moved.
In 17k Vicious dead, it's ridiculous. Use the unstoppable bot there. We can stand here and the ice coming. No problem. Oh, wait. Huh? Oh. Oh, it's on the wrong button. Dude. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't even have the fucking sword on board. Unbelievable. So I don't have soul the soul cleaver at all? Great. Let's not talk about this. Let's not talk about this. What is this shit? Combat again. Is there any stuff here? No. I had some PvP's Gloom Crest. Okay, there we go. The chat is blocking. Okay, finally. Except I still can't cast the Icefall. No, I have to fix this after, I guess. We have the Soul Cleaver at least now. No, I don't have Soul Cleaver. This fucking game. I was on the right bar when I click Equip, and it equips on the fucking wrong bar. It equips the shield on this bar, but the other one on the other bar. How does that make any sense? Why is that a thing? I can survive while poking. Still, thanks, Zero Sword. Just get out of here. Just get me out of here. Or get me out of combat so I can fix this even better.
By the eight, the capture point move!
They've captured the point. Praise the defiance. We've captured the point.
Fuck, nerfing Desi. And clearly. What else could it be? Dude.
By Oriel's grace, the point is ours!
Out of combat?
Yes, the point is ours.
Okay, now the Maelstrom. Fixed. I think it's finally fixed, right? It only took the whole BG, but it's finally fixed. We have CC mid. Free block here. Can't save him.
Outstanding, we've secured the point! They have secured the point!
Wait, I wanna thank all of them. We drop some health. Wrong decision into here in a moment. Use the bot now.
Fight dead, dog. The capture point has moved.
Okay, we can heal one person here. Just thank them. Shabalina. Did the
Dendar is with us. We've captured the
did a little death turret there.
sweet victory.
Giga. We outdamaged half our team while being AFK half the BG on a healer. No comment. Mid-combat build making is built different. Net tower spill, yeah. Not ideal, not ideal. We do win the BG though. I'm gonna do a 4v4 on this. Or any BG really. The 4v4 queue might take too long. If we get 4v4, then we get 4v4. Oh shit. Metalfinger, thank you for gifting 10 subs. Thank you. Much appreciated. Was that 10? I can't count. It doesn't say how many. No, it is 10. I see it now. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. We have a hype train apparently. Level 3 hype train. Christy McAnchees, Cultivile, Phantomens, Bekaidi, Sarah, Pablo Escrow, Neutral Evil, Retroder, Your Average Farmer, John Wayne, Pilgrim gift subs. Thank you so much. Dylan, thank you for the bits. Thank you. Much appreciated. Was out of combat potion. You know, they used to have the objective pods, as I called them. You could drop the chaos ball if you had a potion with unstoppable and invisible. If you were carrying a chaos ball and used the pot, it would drop the chaos ball. I have still no idea why they removed them. It's like such a dumb thing to remove, I think. Didn't know you were streaming on Kick. No, I wasn't until like a couple of days ago. Very new to Kick streaming still. Focus 100% do that. Clipping contest, yes, there's a clipping contest right now. Focus number 1 of support. Clip to be yet. There's a couple of them. I think Need More Chai is leading the clipping contest at the moment, but still open until Sunday. Yoink the Death Siddle, I guess. We get a killing blow, nice. This was recognized in sauna. You done? Well, thank you so much, man. Always appreciate it. Still tether here, nice. Should probably try to tank them again for fun. Just for fun. We are for funning here. They don't really focus me though. I don't know why. I would totally focus a 46k health permeable killer. Another killing blow, nice. The ice ball, that's unfortunate. Just fell down to it. It was the killing blow. They ignore me, feels bad, man. Green side? You can, I think. Maybe I have to enable the kick things or something. Another 5. Thank you so much. Thank you. Aserius, Alexus, Twisa, Resso were gifted subs. And I need to scroll up to see the last name, but thank you for the support. Always appreciate it. Juanes also got gifted some. No, save him. No dying allowed. Let's counter that pull with the tether. And no one dies here. Except this guy is too far. It's not my fault.
Points move.
No, Alex, how you doing?
Give us strength. The point
You
is
will?
lost.
We'll heal arenas. They're all fine. Hee hee. Get beamed.
Rally to the new capture point.
Previously this build would struggle with mobility before subclassing. She had the Zero Bends, which would just stop you movement basically if you wanted to block. But now you can both lightning while blocking, so if you're in a bad spot for example, you can just have mobility while still hold the block. That's a pretty big buff to this. It's a pretty decent buff. Oh, I should have healed him. Should heal this too. Let's do that there. More heals. You get a heal. You don't get a heal because you're behind line of sight. And unfortunately, or fortunately, this still has a line of sight check. Not get bombed again. Can spam some heals at the other ones.
Taking the point.
Do a tether here. Can we save him? I think we can, barely. Running out of magic here though. Unfortunately. It's a bomb. Can stop that. Maybe? No. I don't know where the heal went. It didn't go on the low health there. It's unfortunate. Hey, even how you doing? Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated.
Seize the point.
More rest, more rest. Dude, that guy is not healable.
We've captured it. By Magnus, we've taken the
Stop
point.
the... And we can stay here actually. Heal. We can do a tether here, because I think there's gonna be an ulti down. Just a little bit later, but we still have the major vitality on the people, I think. Just cleanse there. Keep moving a bit. That's a def schedule, I should probably get that.
Magnus pushed and they've taken the point.
Oh, tether for this guy. Have a bot soon. Use the bot here, I guess. Just tank them. That's funny. Yes, keep going. You'll get me. You'll get me eventually. You're so close to killing me. Oh, I can't heal some CC. Should pay attention. We are winning the BG though. Use the bot here, I guess. CC with it. Heal our teammate. Get out of that. Rebuffs. Can deter him. Nice, get him, get him. I got you. I spam heal. I click button. I thought he died. He used Shriek there. Bit spooky. Use the bot there. Can't save that one, unfortunately. It's only one target we heal at a time. Oops. Can deter if you need to. The funny thing about Tether on this build is that you also block when you go for the Tether, thanks to Restoring Light. So you don't become vulnerable during that. So you don't really ice heavy, you just block and siphoning it. Just counter the ult there. Use the bot so we can PCC it here. Get out of the AoEs. They're fine though. Giga. Easy out heal. Reso, how you doing? Retro, hello. I thought you were watching Herbie. Oh, because we're on healer, I see. Apocalypse, how you doing? Hello. Thank you, Didon40. Shutdown. There's scene channel points and even bits. So I have drops now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about it yet. If you could. Yeah, I don't think I have them on Kick yet. I need to enable them or something. I don't know how it works in. But, appreciate the sentiment. Oh, and thank you for another 100 bits, Vinham. Kiitokset, kiitokset. One more for level 5. What did we get? The heck? What is this? Why do I get a furry emote? Scam. Then built here. Tracy Desi, 2U out and a few others. Building the category. That's good. Yeah, I did notice that the ESO doesn't have too much going on Kickpod. I'll be streaming there as long as I can. The Onion, how you doing? Hello. I will do this with full resources, crazy to you. Oh, the healing. This build is broken. There's just so many broken ways to make a healer in this game. KPP. Oh, that's like Kick Partnership Program, I guess. I was wondering what that stands for. The RP furry. Oh, when the werewolf buffs roll in. Ship has cell body. Yeah, that was probably a while ago. Sorry, I had to log in there still. There was some funny people in the opponent team. If I don't pay attention, I get CC'd, stop blocking, I might still die. How much damage did we do? Still 437k. the Harbinger and Blockade. Restoring focus, stop heals. Surprised not the shoot offering. Oh wait, no, that's healing done. At least 1 damage. Hydrate? I should hydrate, and then I should do the list, I think. But yeah, 13k heal. It's not bad for a block tank. $12k heal, 11k, so if you want to go for crit medals, you can do that on this build. As the heals are big enough. Or well, they do have to crit to be big enough, but still pretty solid. Anyway, I'll be right back. And we're back. He hates... What the heck? The Skyrates are you doing? The fuck did you type? Unbelievable. Ban him? I should. Such blasphemy. Unreal. But yeah, I think there's a few ways to heal right now that are good. Like, you can be block tank and have like enough health to not die to burst when you get the unblockable CC. You can have mobility and enough sustain as your ability not get bursted. Or you can build around ulti spam, like Goliath, or... I'll use Goliath. I was thinking maybe you could make a vamp healer with the vamp ulti. Not the AoE damage one, but the other one, but that's probably stupid. You do get 10k extra stats from that, and you have like the full health regen, no downsides of like taking more fire damage while you're in that ulti. And 10k plus stats would mean bigger heals, but that's probably terrible. But Goliath healing works with Paladin, because you get like 25k ulti point to heal.
Nice.
And then the shield stacking also. Very, very viable. Just many ways to make a really broken healer build at the moment. Which is why I'm always surprised to see people on some squishy stuff that you can click W after and they die. While you can like easily make a very almost unkillable healer. The better? No. That's just the wrong. Like, ding dong, your opinion's wrong. But it's not blasphemy. We will not tolerate any decaf talk here, though. That's forbidden. If we can get the... God damn, he has this sword, I can ban him. He's abusing his mod powers. To blaspheme on the chat with impunity. Unbelievable. I bet he's also opened all my music boxes. Would you rather drink decaf or kill the Emerald Herald? Wait, which one is the Emerald Herald? What is that? Just because I told them the truth? What the fuck? No, stop it. Yeah. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Unbelievable. We need to do something about this. Unreal. Okay, fixed. I'll do this later, I guess. But to activate all 70% this has to actually look. It has to be deactivated. You would know the meta of that, huh? You sure know the meta there. One day I'll form a fucking cage over them. I think there's some furnishing add-ons where, like, when you're not in the house, there's like a fence or something. And then you come back and it gets moved. That's what I need to do. Just build a cage here. Yeah, I think we do the tier list now. Let's play enough PGs. It's 7 PM, should be like an hour, I think. Something like that. Wait, does say hopefully I saved it. Oh wait, I did save it, hold on. I forgot where. So I'm gonna just change the playlist as well for this. Post the music for now. Play some Expedition 33 music. This time around. Groslox was watching you stream. Oh, was he? What did he think? I think there's some. Wait, what was that zone? I think there was some things that are probably controversial. Like Lightning Flood. I don't think many would put it in A tier. But I think it has a lot of potential. And it's very, very good. Like the synergy is really hard. It's like Graveyard synergy, but better. Speak Russian? Oh. Right. Healing Negate is high skill, better than Dot Negate, is it? I have Dot Negate a little bit higher. But I know Healing Negate is also good. Kind of depends on the build, right? If you play a damage build, then you probably go for the damage. If you play a healer, then probably the healing. So you won't have pen for the damage, right? But yeah, before we... so we have the Nightblade list today. It's probably gonna be a lot of yapping. What is this sound effect? What the fuck? Is it from the browser? What the Okay, I don't think we should hear it anymore. Since when have ads had sounds? What? They're getting worse, I'm telling you. They're getting worse. Yeah, I can't do anything about the ads, sadly. I wish I didn't have them here, but... Anyway, we did Sorc skills last time. I've had some thoughts. I talked about the Tormentor and how it should be like some kind of damage link between you and the pet, but I think that would be too weird. And probably could be abused in many ways if it's like 50% damage reduction or something. I think what they should do with Tormentor is it should be, like first of all, the damage part of Tormentor should be, it should just be like doing the full damage that it does when you activate it at all times. You shouldn't need to click the ability for the pet to do more damage. I think that should be just baked in, basically. And I think Tormentor, when you click the ability, it should put a chain on the target. And if that target hits something else than the Tormentor, they take like, let's say 30% of the damage they deal. That number could probably be higher, it could be like 50%, there could be a cap of 10k kind of like with Oblivion damage. But I think it should put that chain on the target and just punish the target if they attack something. That could be interesting. It would be a very RP as well, because Twilight Tormentor, right? So it's tormenting you. I think that'd be cool. Just buffs and make the activate more interesting. Just a click and this pet does more damage is not very interesting. Hey Anoxero, how you doing? Increase size so that it's harder to hit people. Probably won't matter much with highlight mechanic though. No, it does like that target in ESO is terrible, but I don't think that would be fun to make it bigger. Like that doesn't really improve it in a good way. But yeah, some kind of chain link to the target, then they would be like encouraged to focus the bird in order to not take damage when they deal damage. That'd be cool, I think. But yeah, let's begin with the Nightblade skills. So first thing we have Ambush. Let me minimize this so it's easier to move things. Wait, this should move to the top. Oh. What did I click? Can I move this here too? I don't know how that happened, but fine. Which one's the Tormentor? I thought it was the Glenfear. No, Glenfear is it's a little bit better, but still C tier. Tormentor is the damage morph of Matriarch. The one that doesn't heal. You lose the burst heal, but it does a little bit more damage, and you can click on the ability to make it do more damage for 10 seconds. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful. Warproc F tier? No. Ambush. Where would I rank Ambush? I don't think it's higher than B tier. Lotus Fan would probably be A tier, with the contingency bomb builds especially. Ambush, that's the worst morph. Still alright, gives you minor berserk, but you usually have minor berserk from Monomyth. Or from Warmask as well nowadays. Or from Adric's passive. So you lose out on the AoE dot and the minor vulnerability. Oh no, you don't lose out on the minor vulnerability, it's just not AoE. Yeah, I don't think Ambush is too great. Maybe like around like Flame last tier probably. Some case where you might want to use it over Lotus Fan, but not many to be honest. Is it even B tier? Maybe like high C tier? Because Lotus Fan is so much better than Ambush. What would I do with Ambush? I think Ambush, and this might be controversial, I think Ambush should put you invisible for 1.5 seconds after you arrive to where you get close. It's an Invis class, you're playing Nightblade, yet there's very little Invis on the class nowadays. The only Invis is Shadowy Disguise, and the synergy from Veil of Blades. I think you should go Invis after you cast this. This would make it better in PvE as well, although you probably won't want to run Ambush, because there would also be the passive that increases your damage done by 10% when you go Invis. That's a PvE passive that's on the Shadowy Disguise, but I think it would be thematic and would make this morph a lot more interesting. If you could cap close and be invisible, and that would give you like a window to tether, for example, at the cost of damage, because you lose the damage over time. They can remove the minor berserk to balance it out, for example, but that would be interesting, I think. Of course, I had its own tier. No, it's S tier. It's below Streak and Bullfighting and some other things that we haven't gotten to yet. Ambush over Claw? No. I think it's C tier, like high C tier. Snufkin, how you doing? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días por ahí as well. También. Espero que estés bien. Race Against Time, Wings, GG, Corrosive Wasted. Yeah, there's ways to play around it, but I still rank it S tier because of how good it is when you're outnumbered. Koro is Giga. It just gives you that offensive window. Oh, now it's back down here. It was up here. I don't get it. It's the unmorphed one. Concealed Weapon is still a good spammable. I don't think it's as good as Surprise Tag, but it's still... I think as a spammable, it's still S tier. It's very close to Surprise Tag. Spoiler, we're gonna have like 3 spammables here. In S tier. It's either like high A tier or low S tier. Gives you off balance really good base tooltip, minor expedition for being slotted. Dimension really good damage. It is tied to Invis, so that would be another way to make it a little bit more viable as well compared to Surprise Tag. If Ambush gave you a little bit of Invis, you would get the damage buff for Concealed with that. And yes, this would be an assassination buff, but it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense, because there's a lot of things they should nerf in assassination. Or shit needs the ulti regen back. Yep. Why is Executioner in assassination? Oh, this is passive, never mind. I thought it was the 2-hit skill. Impale. Impale is terrible. It's worse than Endless Fury and Mage's Wrath. Mage's Wrath is C tier. I think it's... Impale is like... It's not like low D tier, but it's bad. It's bad because you need your target to be 25% for it to do anything, like any decent damage. It doesn't have the typical execute scaling. It also has travel time, can be dodge sold. Usually when you impale, your target already healed up in today's meta. It's not really that usable. I don't know how they would fix that. Because I get that they wanted to have a different design than Killer's Blade and Executioner and Beam and all of these that start scaling a lot higher. They could maybe fix it by making the travel time faster. Just make it instant. When you click the ability, it does damage. No travel time, no dodging. Just if you click the ability, instant damage. Then it would feel good at least, but not a big fan of this. Very often, if you play a range build especially, you get someone low health if you're using Impale and they start rolling, like you click the ability and they roll after, it's still gonna be rolled. And they just dodge all heal and get back to full. So I think definitely should have a faster hit registration and what else? They could make it unblockable. So if Impale was unblockable as well, I think now we're talking. That would be a very good change. If it had faster travel time, and you drop someone to 25% and they think like, okay, I'm gonna block, but you have this one skill that counters it, I think that would be fair. It's still gonna be bad most of the time, but if you really hate people who are blocking at low health, you could have a really good counter to it. Why not? Name is Impale as well. You impale to the block, right? Thematic. Makes sense. Would be a good sense. Incap. Incap, I think, is an S tier ulti. But how S tier? Usually if I have both Energy Overload and Incap, I find myself using more Energy Overload. Because you can kill people without Incap. Just Energy Overload into bow proc, for example. But it's still S tier. I would say probably around... it's way more popular than Negate. They're good in different situations. I would say probably here as a single target burst ultimate. Still used by every knight played in dueling, for example. Blop, how you doing? Hello. Concealed weapons still give you 10% damage bonus or whatever it was. Yes, after you come out of Invis. It's like, what, 15-second duration buff on Concealed, plus 10% damage. It was always better. Yeah, because it has less travel time and it has better scaling. Start scaling earlier. If you drop someone below 50%, that's a lot easier than dropping someone below 25%. At like 40% is already a spammable, basically. The range doesn't matter with the travel time and dodgeability. Like if you had to choose a ranged execute, these are both better. So you can land Mage's Wrath and then land under ability and still get the execute. Or you can use it with similar travel time, you can use it as an execute. Very similar damage. Maybe a little bit less on Mage's Wrath. But yeah. Killer's Blade, I think, is the best execute in the game at the moment. I'm gonna rank it S tier. But low S tier. Because it's not like you need to run it or it's like on every build. But as an execute, I think it's S tier. After the beam nerf, especially, and the nerf to Mage's Wrath, although even without the nerf, I don't think it would be up here. But yeah, it's just a better executioner, basically. They're gonna be the biggest tier in the end for Phil. No, it's the smallest one, right? B tier actually is the smallest one. But no, we have to rank the, like, for the purpose that that it serves. It is, I think, up here. One of my favorite abilities on Nightblade. I won't change it. I think it's well designed. I don't think it needs any changes. Usually not worth slotting. Usually not, but if you do slot them, they are very, very impactful. You do have a lot of people running Killer's Blade in dueling, and I run it on the open world and BG build, but I mean, you don't have many people running concealed either. We'll see how many skills there are. If there are too many, then I move concealed to A tier and Killer's Blade to A tier. Surprise tag is gonna be S tier. And BFB, spoilers. And when you fight in duels, is playing executes. Yeah, I mean, it depends on builds. I think the Nightblade builds can run it. The one-shot builds. Because if you drop someone to 25% or something, you just kill them. If you have an execute. You do have bar space for it. On the typical Restoring Light as Animal Companions assassination builds. Lotus Fan, one of the best skills for a bomber right now. So you can contingency into Lotus. Contingency goes off after the Lotus Fan lands. So you can like preload your bomb before actually bombing. So if ambush is C tier, this is probably like around here with the it's better than chain pull, I'd say. Chains of Devastation also on the same level though. I would put it here just because of the contingency interaction. AoE minor villain as well. Good dot damage after you land it. It is dodgeable and blockable. DK gap loss is not dodgeable, gives you major berserk as well, but you cannot do the Rush of Agony Conti combination with that. Shade in D tier? No, I don't think D tier, but not gonna put it very high. Spoilers. Merciless, everyone's favorite ability. Just the strongest burst skill in the game. It's like top A tier. It's probably here. I would still say like Ball of Lightning Streak probably overall provide more value to people than Merciless, but absolutely broken. Absolutely broken. I think this is one of the most overtuned abilities, and I don't think they could make it one stack again. I don't see the point of two stacks. Just why? Make it one stack. Just back to what it was. No one wanted two stacks. Especially Nightblade mains like myself. No one wanted two stacks. And rest of this ability is going to be balanced if they balance the passives. I think. If they add better like crit resistance to defensive skill lines and better defensive passives and all of that, I think bow proc is fine after that. But right now it's not fine. You see bow proc, like everyone's running bow proc. Your health disappeared, chances are you just got hit by a bow proc while you were fighting 5 other people. It's infuriating, it's annoying. It's just not a fun ability to fight against, it's not a fun ability to use, because everyone else is using it. Deep Fissure, yeah, it's just everywhere. So what's up, Brent? Hello. Killer's Blade health gain, even noticeable these days? It can be in 1vx. Like, it can help a lot. But I think you have to kind of know what you're doing if you use Killer's Blade. It's a very high skill cap ability. Bobo crit into null aggro crit. Yeah. Not a big fan of the ability. I think, actually, you know what? They should not make it 5 stacks. I think they should keep it 10 stacks, but 10 stacks is when you get the full charge. At 5 stacks, you could have a bow proc, but it would do less damage. Kind of like Sharks. like the first hit of sharks is less damage and the second hit is more damage. They could do the same with bow proc, so you build stacks and at 5, after 5 you can use it, but at like 2/3 of the power, for example. And 10 stacks, then you can use that max power. I think that would be even better. Just nerf it like that. And then buff the defensive passives. But yeah, otherwise I would not change the ability. It's just too strong right now. PSM Mark is not super amazing. I still run it on my Nightblade, because I don't run destruction stuff. It's one of the few ways to apply major breach without ice stuff. So we are not gonna put it D tier due to that. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it's a good ability. It does counter cloak to some degree if you happen to see the Nightblade before that. But honestly, this skill should be free to cast, like LSS. It should be free to cast, and it should have major breach and some unique armor debuff. That won't affect PvE, because you're already reaching penetration cap usually in PvE via item sets and whatnot. It's called piercing mark after all. Like, it should have a little bit more piercing than LSS, right? Maybe it's like low B tier right now, but it should be better. It should be free, like LSS at the very least, like it used to be. It used to be free. But yeah, very disappointing ability. Reaper's Mark, on the other hand, this one is even worse. It doesn't have the anti-Nightblade counter, lasts for less time. You get major brutality. No, not brutality, berserk if you kill the target. So it does have that offensive power going for it, but it's very conditional. You have to actually get the kill on the target, and then you have to be in a position to make use of it, which is not always, or even often going to be the case. You get more value out of the duration and the anti-invis most of the time. So for that reason, I'd probably put Reaper's Mark C tier. What would I do with it? The design is kind of boring, I think. You heal with both Piercing Mark and Reaper's Mark. I think the heal is stronger on Reaper's Mark, but it's not really that impactful. Like you already heal enough with Piercing. Mark should be free, or LSS should cost Magicka. How about both? But I don't mind if they leave LSS as it is. They do need to buff the alternatives though. Apart from Noxus, I think Noxus is fine. Poproc sound Q is also pretty vague. Yes, they could increase the sound Q for it. Even any issues with previous Scream Focus, then they could give weapon spell damage bonus back. I kinda like having the crit though. I mean, it was a buff making it crit. But the weapon spell damage buffed it for like the max damage, which is not a good thing. Because the max damage is already too high. But for like 1vx, it was a buff to be able to use tripods. I think you need to get Killing Blow to get Major Berserk. Yeah, no, but the target still needs to die. It's a big condition usually. The buff doesn't last that long that you can make some impactful use of it. It's just plus 10% damage. I'm not a big fan of it. I really think Piercing Mark is a lot better. It's like this one is way too situational. But yeah, they could give some unique pen or just add something interesting to it. It's just kind of boring skill too at the moment. Relentless Focus is the stamina morph, less damage than Merciless. I think it's like about the same as Bound Armaments, power-wise. It's less bursty, but you need only 4 stacks to fire the bow. I think similar to Merciless, just could nerf that. The first hit weaker and then... Or they can keep Relentless as it is too. I like have Merciless be the big burst skill, but you need to build up to 5 stacks, or 10 stacks. And then Relentless could be more damage on at like 4 stacks and 8 stacks. I think that would be fine. Would bring them a little bit closer together. Soul Harvest, this one is sometimes the better move. Usually you go in-cap, but would still rank Soul Harvest. Maybe Soul Harvest is A tier. So you have less duration on the plus 20% damage, but you get the major defile from it. Which doesn't really matter in the current meta, because you just one-shot people anyway. The major defile is not that important on builds like this. But still, high A tier, I would say. Also gives you ulti for being slotted. Brains goes to Mega Bonk when you hear Soul Harvest nowadays. Yeah, the little ghosts flying around. No, not saying major defile is weak. I'm saying it's weak on Soul Harvest. Because it doesn't fit the playstyle. If you go Assassination, you just one-shot people on most builds. Like you can combine dots with Assassination, but it's not as strong as just going for the burst, I think. Or for the max damage. It's not as broken. But you can do like Soul Harvest build in that case if you wanna build for dots, but yeah, I know it works, but don't think it's as broken as just insta-dying to like 24k bow procs and whatnot. It's just stupid. Surprise Tech, my favorite spam bull in the game. I think Surprise Tech is fine. Where would I rank it? I have to rank it above like Flames of Oblivion and whatnot. Probably over here. Maybe Concealed and Killspade go to A tier actually. Now that I'm looking at this. Probably something like this. Yeah, I won't say Surprise Tech. I like the ability. The off balance on it is nice. You can combo with it in various different ways. Or you can just use bow proc, you know, you don't need to even use it. It's just one shot you target. Why would you use your class abilities at all? Anyway, slightly tilted by current balance. Let's move on. I think that's all of the assassination, yep. S tier skill line, by the way. Very, very broken right now. Multiple good abilities. Bow proc, Surprise Tech, in-cap, Concealed, Killer's Blade, Soul Harvest. Even the Stem Morph. Lotus for the bomb builds. Good crit passives and crit damage passive. Shadow. Okay, we go from S tier to C tier or D tier. This skill line is terrible right now. I could use a lot of buffs. Oh boy, we get to start with the best one. So this one is just an AoE that snares people by 70%. And you get a major protection inside of it. That's all it does. That's your 200 cost ultimate. Major protection and a snare in like 6 meter radius. Needless to say, that's fucking awful. F tier. Definitely F tier. Possibly the worst ultimate in the game. I'm trying to think if there's something worse. I can't think of anything. Yeah, snare, like it used Race Against Time or Bird of Prey. You don't have a snare anymore, or just move out of it. It doesn't even linger on the target, I believe. But yeah, definitely an ultimate that's in need of a rebalance. I think on Vengeance they did this a lot better. This ability is when you cast it, it's an AoE invis for your team for a couple of seconds. But I think they could do it even better. They could make it an area that gives invisibility every 1 second during the duration, and the invis lasts for like 3 seconds or 4 seconds. But it gives invis to anyone in the area. It would be like a invis field that your team could use or you could use to survive. I think that would be really cool, and they could reduce the cost. Like 200 is way too much. Something like that. They could reduce the cost on this morph, and we'll get to the other one, but yeah, this one I think just AoE invis and reduce cost would be cool. I think Guild Wars 2 has something like that on Thief, right? As a similar ability, where you have like invis within an area. It's a cool concept, but right now it's just terrible. It definitely needs buffs. Darklock, this was good. It was good. It was good. Then they decided, oh, let's reduce the duration from 5 seconds to 3 seconds, which is a massive nerf. I think it's a D tier ability, or maybe very close to F tier. It's very close to F. It might be F tier now, actually. Can we put it in the company of Volatile Familiar, Obsidian Shard, Choking Talons, Fragmented Shield, and so on? At the very least, it's low D tier. But yeah, they should... I don't think there was anything wrong with the old design. It's a heal over time based on max health. And if you stand still, previously, if you stood still, the heal would get plus 150%. 5 second duration. They changed that. When you block, you get the heal, so you can move and get the full heal, but it lasts only 3 seconds. Why only 3 seconds? You just like 40% nerf the ability. For a heal that's gonna stop being good value the moment you get an unblockable CC. Like, I get why they changed the design for PvE reasons, right? But this should still be 5 second duration. Just full stop. It should be 5 second duration, and then it would still be B tier probably. Yeah, just revert the duration nerf. And I think Darklock is a good alternative for those who want to play Nightblade without the invis being the centerpiece of the playstyle. Manifestation of Terror, this is the Trap Fear. I think another... maybe it's like low C tier. You can use this, you can like camp the rune, and it's pretty decent. It used to be 2 traps, so you get 2 CCs per cast, now it's only 1. I think they should bring back the targeted trap at the location and 1 trap where you cast it from. Well, double the value out of the ability basically. But now it's like C tier. I would probably run it not over Talons, but over Wings if I had some weird build where I had to choose. But yeah, they just bring back the double trap concept. Is your Darklock Nightblade? Me too. Even if Darklock was as good as it was previously, I'm not sure if I would run it. With subclassing, skill line as a whole is bad most of the time. Mass Hysteria is better than the Trap Fear because you also get Maze Recoveries. It's a bit more like this. There's less travel time because this trap has travel and arming time, I think. This one you can just click and dodge the fear, or usually not because the radius is too small. So I'd say low B tier for Mass Hysteria. They should increase the radius. That would make it immediately a lot better. Right now, I think it's 5 meters or 6 meters. Should be 7 or 8. Be transparent to you, so hype for 3-team BGs. Funny, what the fuck? Okay, nice rage bait. Nice rage bait. Can be on YouTube. Yes, I think on the there. There's your name for the video. I'm gonna do a lot of editing, so I skip all the non-tier list yapping, but yeah. Darkshade. I think Darkshade is probably as an ability. It's a decent dot. Minor Maim is just whatever. But it gets pretty good numbers in CMX. It's probably C tier. I don't want to put it B tier. Like around here, probably. Tried quite a bit, but I think what Darkseid should do, you should be able to teleport to it, like you can to Shadow Image. You should be able to just cast it, and if it runs to the target, you should be able to click and teleport to it. That would be cool. Would make it a lot more interesting. Decaf coffee or 3-way BGs, which why even ask that? That's a cursed question. Mirage is good. Because you have to remember that's also major resolve. Major resolve, major evasion from passives, I mean. Major evasion, minor resolve. But is Phantasmal Escape better? It probably is. So if Phantasmal Escape is A tier, this is probably B tier. It's a better armor buff than Hardened, I think. If you use it as armor buff. It's like major evasion versus the damage shield. And damage return as well though. Plus dodge roll cost reduction if you take direct damage. It's kinda close to Hardened, I think. They're both terrible skill lines. But I would say probably B tier, and would I change it? No, I think it's fine as an ability. Actually, you know what? I would change it. I would change it a little bit. I think Mirage, they should make the this ability into the one. Instead of reducing dodge roll cost, it should give you a free dodge roll. So you don't have to actually dodge roll, but once you reach like every 10th direct damage, you would automatically dodge roll the next attack. I think that would be a lot more interesting than the current design. Or maybe they could buff it even, like not 10 stacks, but every 5 stacks or 6 stacks or something like that. 8. Go find a good number. Or at least one of the morphs should do that. This is the unmorphed one, Breath of Darkness. Phantasmal Escape. No, this is the automorph. Can act as a snare and root removal. Can act as the major evasion, major resolve, the dodge cost reduction. It saves a lot of bar space if you run Shadow and this skill. So I think it's like low A tier due to that. Don't want to put it higher because there are of course there's gonna be Rune, right? And I don't think it's better than Hurricane because no damage. Three-way deathmatch, 3-way bug stomp, but it's just a 3-way bug stomp. I really don't get that reasoning. It's just always a 3-way bug stomp, not a 2-way. That's the only difference. Like, what do you think happens in 3-way BGs when me and Gerant get in one team and the rest is PvE? Like, do you think it's gonna be any more balanced? No, like, if anything, it's even less balanced at that point. So I really don't get that. Yeah, refreshing path is pretty decent. Gives you the regions, minor regions, heals, and expedition. But would I put it A tier? No, I think it's probably B tier ability. Like hunting curse power overload, but maybe around here. Better than Hardened. They run same as Mirage. Would I change this ability? Not necessarily. I think it's probably fine as it is. The Mirage gives you... Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Like, the access armor buff, basically. Get major resolve, major evasion, minor resolve. I think the other morph is better. Gives all of those minus minor resolve, and it gives the snare and root immunity instead. And 6 seconds major... it's 6 seconds root and snare immunity. Because the snare and root immunity gets the shadow passive. That increases the duration of shadow abilities by 2 seconds. So it's the longest duration snare and root immunity in the game. Interestingly. But yeah, it's kind of like baked into the skill line, the major resolve. So I won't change refreshing bad. Oof. Oh wait, no, we have Shadow Image still. Gonna rage bait some people soon. Can't wait. Shadow Image, I think I think B tier as well. They're probably around here. It's nice, like sometimes you can disengage with Shadow Image. But that means that you leave your teammates alone, and it doesn't really get rid of dots on you. Very often where you Shadow Image back to, there's people there, you're usually better off just running streak or lots of move speed. So kind of like wasting a bar space for an escape that might or might not work. Not a huge fan of it. It's not terrible, like you can make good plays with it sometimes, but I'm not like the biggest fan of Shadow Image. And I don't know how they could increase the damage of the archer. They could maybe make it heal when you cast it, so you don't just die to dots right after. Or apply some heal over time, maybe cleanse when you bot back to it. There's some ideas that could make it maybe A tier or S tier even, but most fun skill in the game, sadly also useless. Yeah, it is a fun ability. And I won't rate it C tier ever, but I can't rate it higher than B tier. Teammates. Yeah, I mean, BG's, it's just kind of like... It's kind of like that... it's kind of like that meme where Homer Simpson goes into the bush, you know, you just disappear. And then everyone else is fighting and they're -1 player because you Shadow Imaged. You're like, bye, you're on your own now, have fun. It's an asshole skill to use in BGs. Hey lol, how you doing? Hooked up with Canon? I know, yeah, I've watched some of his stream. I saw he was streaming ESO. That's really cool to see. It's very good for the category. He's a big MMO connoisseur, plays pretty much all of them. Does PvP usually as well. Very cool to see him on ESO. What's his Throne and Liberty streams a lot, and Guild Wars 2 a little bit too. Okay, now the rage bait part. Shadowy Disguise. Where would I rank Cloak? I'm a Nightblade main. Full disclosure. It's my main class. I always play Invis or Assassin, Thief, whatever classes in MMOs and RPGs in general. Big fan of stealth playstyles. Where would I rank Cloak right now in ESO? I would rank it also B tier, but I would rank it above Shadow Image. Yes, I know, there's a lot of annoying night plays that cloak and run away from you, but that's all they can do. This ability is not used on most builds nowadays. So you can just streak, which is way better for so ability than cloak. This ability has become incredibly clunky recently. It's very hard to sustain. It just drains all of your magicka basically. And I've talked about Cloak a lot. A lot. S tier for Zero, no. No, it's not, because there's gonna be that one guy with Deathpot, and then you die. Gonna be one guy with Deathpot and Shriek. Or there's just gonna be someone heavy attacking you with Lightning Heavy and your Cloak doesn't work, and then you die. And the reason why Cloak builds work in Zodiel is Shriek. Because you run both Shriek and Cloak. If you run only Cloak, then that build is not gonna do better than most builds. Cost and duration, a bit, yeah. So the main issue with Cloak is the clunkiness, is the cost of the ability. And how I would change that is not like what they did in Vengeance, which is just dumb, where you heal when you Cloak and it's like super easy to sustain there. I think that's overkill, you don't need that. What I would do with Cloak is instead of having a huge stick of magic every 2 seconds, after you cast Cloak, after you go Invis, I would have Cloak be like Sneak. Because why not? When you cast Cloak, anytime you move while invisible, it would drain your magicka. You can stop the mag regen, like you stop stam regen while sneaking. But it shouldn't be every 2 seconds just boom, your magicka's gone. Where you create this weird gameplay where you wanna stop every 2 seconds right before you get the tick, so you min-max the sustain while cloaking. It creates this weird mini game that just feels very unnatural and annoying. And it forces you to do things like Asylum Sword on board to turn the magic stamina into magicka, or you spam in siphoning, which you can't really do if you have any dots on you. Like, it creates very annoying gameplay at the moment. So I think they should tune down the cost of Cloak and make it be more gradual, like sneaking. That way I think you'd have a lot more fun to use ability with Shadowy Disguise. Because right now it's not it. It's not it. It's just too clunky. What else would I change on Cloak? I think that's about it. You could add some item sets that synergize with it. You could add some passives on Nightblade that synergize with Invis in general. And like adding Invis to Ambush, you could add it to some other stuff as well. But I wouldn't change Cloak itself more than make it less clunky and weird to use. And yes, I know there's a lot of people who hate the Nightblades and their Invis and don't want to see it buffed, but just from like power point of view, it's not very strong right now. That's about it. And Shadow as a skill line is not strong. It's kind of bad. It's kind of very bad. Twisting Path. This is the damage morph of Path, and it's definitely worse than the healing one. I would say it's probably D tier. The reason you run the healing one is because you want to disengage. You cast the Refreshing Path, you get heals as you run away with the Major Expedition. This one you don't get heals, your opponents don't really care about some small damage coming to them while you're disengaging and not dealing damage to them. Twisting Path is just very meh. I wouldn't even rank it this high in D tier actually. Would I even rank it D tier? Or is it just F tier? No, I think it's like here. Kinda low D tier. How would I change it? I would increase the damage a lot. Maybe add a snare to it as well. Or increase the radius and add a snare. Something like that, if they want to keep it different from Refreshing Pad. Foxy, how you doing? Chefsen, hello, guten Abend. They have to remove the toggle from Cloak. I know they can keep the toggle, but just make it drain the resources a bit more gradually. Like Sneak does. Sneak is a toggle technically as well. I don't think most people have a problem with sneaking or how it works in ESO. They could also allow you to sprint while in Cloak. I don't see the problem because I think the best builds that have Cloak already run like triple Swift and are very close to speed cap anyway. But maybe that's a sacrifice that you're supposed to make. Maybe it's like a knowledge check of playing with Cloak. I don't know. Did we get some news today, or is it just the title isn't up to date? Wait, is the title not proper? Wait. I updated on YouTube though. PvP/PvE. Strange. I need to check on YouTube. It's a little buggy sometimes with the multi-streaming thing. Oh, it says big. Okay, I don't know why I changed that, but do I change that in YouTube? I guess I need to change that. Some ads, of course. Sorry about that. Man, why can't this just work? Update. Is it still? Did it change it? Yeah, no, it's just not working with the multi-streaming, I see. It's annoying. It's very annoying. It's probably wrong on the kick too. I'm back, all good. No, I didn't. Hopefully, I didn't stop the streams. I'm just trying to change the title. For some reason, it's not updating when I change it on the OBS. It's not the first time this happens. Okay, now it's fixed on YouTube at least. Streamers up? Okay, good. Very good. On Geek it's correct, it says PvE/PvE. It's just YouTube, that was wrong title. Okay, should be fixed now. Fast, it's gonna work into... Yeah, you have to be fast with Cloak. You have to run Swift. So they could buff it by just allowing you to sprint while cloaking. Take my leave, have a good one everybody. You as well, Middlefinger, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all the gift subs earlier as well. Always appreciated. But yeah, very twisting path. That's done. A Veil of Blades. Okay, so similar to Boss in Darkness, it's not a lot better. It's a little bit better. It does damage at least, but damage is kinda meh. So similar to Boss in Darkness, I think what they should do with Veil of Blades is just make everyone invis inside the area. Every 1 second, like 2 second duration, 3 second duration, whatever feels balanced. And this one could keep the damage in the area as well. So you'd have cost reduction on bolstering, so you can do it more often. And Veil of Blades would allow the, like, it would do damage in the area so people don't want to go in there and AoE. That could be interesting. But yeah, it needs to give invis in the area. That would make it good, I think. Or maybe not even good, but interesting. Right now it's not interesting. So that's Shadow. It's probably the skill line in the most need of buffs on Nightblade. Because I think siphoning is pretty strong, especially with Soul Cleaver. So we start with Crippling Grasp. I think it's a B tier ability. B tier ability. It's gonna be better than Burning Embers for sure. The Root. Shevchen, thank you for the follow on kick. Thank you. This Root has some direct damage and 30% snare. I'd probably rank it here. You definitely want to be running Soul Cleaver if you run Crippling Grasp or the other move. Maybe a bit lower. Because the other move is better. No, I would still rank it here, I think. Or would I? Fully here. Would I change it? It kind of requires you to run Soul Cleaver to be good, to be worth running. I think the damage should be just higher on Crippling Grasp, both on the direct damage part and on the dot part. Simple as that. Or if they want to make it a different vibe of an ability to all of the dots that already exist, they could increase the snare strength on this one and on the other morph. So this could be 50%. And the other morph could be 70% then. This is what we're gonna get to next. The other morph is more dot damage, because you get the higher chance of overcharge proc. And the snare is a lot stronger. It's one of the strongest snares in the game at the moment. Debilitate. But it could be even stronger. Like they could make it 70%. And this one 50% but has a root on the cast. Because right now the problem with Crippling Grasp in particular is that you have a billion other snares that are just as strong. They kinda override it, or you override those dots with Crippling Grasp and you don't really gain anything. Just a dot usually most of the time. And a root. If you land it, it's dodgeable. But if it was 50%, it would bring something unique. And if debilitate was 70%, it would bring something even more unique, right? So I think that could be interesting, because the idea is clearly to just debilitate your opponent, right? Or a Crippling Grasp, just cripple them, root them, snare them afterwards. Your plates have been so garbage for basically the entire time you played the game, just shows how useless Sauce is. It's one of the abilities that has been in most dire need of a buff. Or probably the longest period in this game. That I can think of at least. Healthy Offering. Healthy Offering S tier. Strongest burst heal in the game. Besides like Werewolf burst heal, but that's very expensive. And Werewolf. Where would I rank it? I would rank it above Cauterize. I would just put it probably pretty high here. Like here. Shrewd Offering is gonna be also up here. It kinda depends if you have Restore and Light, you already have Minor Mending, you don't run Healthy Offering, otherwise you run Healthy Offering. But this heal is giga strong, very sustainable, super cheap. And very strong, especially with Soul Cleaver, but even without Soul Cleaver. Very strong ability. Would I change it? No. I think it's absolutely fine. Mostly thanks to the sustainability. And Duff, how you doing? It's interesting. There are a lot of interesting abilities in the game. And things that people might not be aware of even. Funnel Health is the... Oh wait, is this the unmorphed? So you have Soul and... No, this is the morphed one. Wait, what's the unmorphed one then? Oh, it's Strife. Right. Funnel Health is terrible. But how terrible? I don't think it's C tier, I think it's D tier. Or is it even... I mean... I've tried it on the Nightmare Healer, but it rarely gets good value. Because you need to hit your targets. It's one of those heals that are dodgeable. It's probably the same as... it's a little bit better than Obsidian Shard, I think. It's a heal all the time. It's not like you need the burst heal and then someone dodges and someone dies because opponent dodge sold. Or stuff like that. So I think it's a little bit better, but... Maybe like low D tier. Like around here, something like that. They should, for this to be worth... I think this should be... What if this was like ground targeted AoE? Would do a little bit of damage, but you would always heal. Like there would be some like ghosts flying to your teammates from the ground AoE and they would get the heal all the time. Because the problem is the dodgeability, that's the main issue. It's very weird as well, because it's based on damage stun. As a healer, you don't really want to have that. It's the healer morph. The other one does more damage. It's a weird ability. They could just buff the numbers too, like buff the healing number, buff the... or reduce the cost, stuff like that. See, Master History and B tier, personally I think it's A, Major Cover is really nice to have. Yeah, the like 10% of time when you land it, it's 5 meter radius, or is it 6? Not sure, but just misses too often if anyone's moving. The radius is a big problem. Otherwise it could be good. Leeching Strikes. I think Siphoning Strikes is gonna be S tier. Leeching Strikes probably just high A tier. It kinda depends on build. Sometimes you want to run Leeching. So it's not gonna be like garbage tier. Where would I put it? Probably like around Dark Conversion, right? Sometimes you want to run Dark Conversion, but usually Dark Deal. Sometimes you want to run Leeching Strikes, but usually Siphoning. I won't change it. I think Leeching Strikes is fine. Maybe they could reduce the cost a little bit when you use it, the active part of it, but it's not a big deal. Power Extraction, I think, is a good ability, especially with Soul Cleaver. It's very good. Actually has 8 meter radius on the area. It does good damage with Soul Cleaver, it's like spammable basically. It's not gonna be S tier, but I will put in A tier probably. It's probably around here with Molten Whip. With Soul Cleaver. Yes, you get 21% more on it. Giga said. Becomes very sustainable as well. Really good AoE damage. Siphon attacks. Oh, wait. Shoot Offering first. Shoot Offering, and I think we have Sap Essence as well, but Shoot Offering definitely S tier. Again, like if you have Restore and Light, then you run Shoot Offering, and if not, then you run Healthy Offering. But Giga skill. Wouldn't change it. It's even cheaper than Healthy Offering. You'll just never run out of resources, especially with Soul Cleaver. Sap Essence, on the other hand, less damage than Power Extraction, costs Magicka, so you can't rotate Power Extraction and Swallow Soul, for example. If you play a Soul Cleaver build, usually you need Magicka more than Stamina. It's a good Stam dump. It does less. The Sap Essence. There's also no Minor Cowardice. It heals you, but the heal is kind of whatever. But it's probably... I just haven't used it personally that much, but I think it's probably still like low B tier if you run Soul Cleaver. But Power Extraction is the better move. Like, I don't run Ambush either, but... But the Ambush Lotus Fan difference is pretty big here though. Maybe this is C tier. Put it like there. Oh, actually Draw Essence is kinda similar, right? You do AoE and heal. It's a burst heal. This is less of a burst heal, but... more spammable, I suppose. Yeah, this buff... this probably makes Sap Essence also give the Minor Cowardice. Or buff the heal. Not sure what they could do here. Or maybe Minor Cowardice on the Power Extraction and Sap Essence could have the heal and just buff the damage to be the same as Power Extraction. That could work. And Minor Courage as well from Power Extraction. Siphon attacks. Now this one is... I think Darktail is better, personally. I think it's a better sustain skill. But they're very close, kinda depends on the build. What you want to do. But these are the best sustain skills in the game. Or well, you have Rune and Nets as well, but... those are also doing other things. Which is why they'll be ranked higher. Should I move crit surge and power surge? Police should, right? Yep, something like that. Became your main before you stop playing. It's a really fun set. One of my favorites. Seven Strikes is the unmoved. Soul Siphon is the heal. It can be good as a heal. Don't think it's that great, but we do use it on the Nightblade healer, for example. It's good with, especially with the Soul Cleaver. That's a cast time. Gonna have to build around that or play around that. But it's probably still low A tier as a healing ulti. Not sure. It's gonna be too many things in the A tier. I have to think of like defensive ultis that are worth more. I think the Warden ulti you can spam that more. The 3 ulti. Cast it more often. Has longer duration on the heal over time. Templar ulti is just also cheaper and lasts longer. You know, I think it's B tier. I don't think there's any A tier healing ultis, really. Tether's really good. Especially with the Soul Cleaver. But is it S tier good? I think it's like high A tier. Even with Soul Cleaver. I don't think it's S tier. The reason those builds are strong is not the ultimate. Like, ult is not even a big part of the bomb, really, nowadays. Why is this great out? I think the power of the Soul Cleaver builds is just the overall value you have on everything. Like when you're bombing, most of the damage is from Conti and the Rush of Agony usually. There is 40 this stun. I don't know. I don't know if I can put it S tier. I'll put it high A tier with Soul Cleaver. It is still really good. Would I change it? I would not change it. I think it's fine. Swallow Soul. Now this should be better. You run it on some Soul Cleaver builds. But I don't think it's more than B tier. Even though you want to run it as spammable. The only reason it's good is because of Soul Cleaver. If you didn't have Soul Cleaver, you would never slot the skill as a spammable. Like, damage is not worth it. Soul Cleaver makes it do same damage as Conceal, basically. With more travel time. And no off balance. I think they should buff the base damage of the skill. If you have Soul Cleaver, it should be like really hard-hitting spammable. So you're buffing it further with your 5%. Buff the base damage and I think this skill is fine. Won't affect PvE because people don't really run it there. And that's Nightblade. That was a lot faster than I thought. Only like 1 hour of yapping this time around. Still have Templar left, Warden, Necro, Arcanist, weapon skills, armor skills, Vampire, Werewolf. It's a lot to do still. What do we think of the Nightblade list? My main class. Used all of this quite a lot. Armor skills gonna take 3 hours. No, but I'll probably... They definitely need changes, all of them. I'll do that some other time though. What set to pair with Concealed Weapon Spam? Serpents? With Concealed Weapon Spam, I mean, you can just run that on any build really. You can build for burst, you can build for dots. Doesn't really matter in the end too much. It's just a spammable like whatever you want to run with it. The one thing, if you want to optimize concealed weapon, is to not run Hurricane, so probably no Stormcalling on that kind of build. Probably do like Assassination, Restoring Light, and how about Animal Companions, unique, Giga unique. But you don't want to overlap the expedition, basically. How did Nightblade do compared to the other ones? Kokrat tried using Armor Master recently and I thought that an armor skill was a skill that gives measure resolve. Oh no. Oh no. If only. If only. These are armor skills. I mean, Elude is not bad. Shuffle. Like, they're alright. Could be better, but... Like, if you compare Elude to Phantasmal Escape, for example, you can kind of see the power diff, and Phantasmal Escape is A tier. So Elude we probably put to B tier at some point, but... Or Shuffle, I mean. It's major evasion and major entities near root immunity. Phantasmal Escape is that and major resolve as well. Actually no, Shuffle's probably C tier. Elude is Expedition and Evasion. They're probably both C tier. But the other armor buffers are terrible. Like the... You can make some troll tanks with the heavy one, but I think there's better ways of doing that now with subclassing. Like you can just use Aegis, for example, if you want a troll tank instead of immobile. It is the only way to get CC muted though. So maybe it has to be ranked a bit higher due to... But yeah, kind of just troll skills. And these are just in need of a whole redesign or giga buff. But we'll get to that at some point. Anyway, I started stream a bit earlier. I could call it here. So I don't know what to do. Let's see who's streaming. We could send our raid back to Hammer. He raided us the other day. Chill guy. Do some serial by the looks of it. I'll get to editing this part of the list and hopefully try to get it on YouTube today or tomorrow. What day is it? This Thursday. Yeah, I'll probably just chill tomorrow. Stream on Saturday. So see you guys on Saturday. Thank you for all the support, what's in the stream. Always appreciated. Enjoy Hammer stream and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.